Welcome back to another episode of the Find Food Freedom Podcast. This is your host, Sam Previtt, and I'm so excited that you're here today. I'm also very excited that you clicked on today's episode because if you did, it means you're interested in some way, shape, or form in what I eat in a day videos. Now, these have existed for many years. I feel like they popped off when TikTok really took off. And I want to talk about my opinion and how it's changed on these videos over the years, and also how there are very different kinds of what I eat in a day videos. Now, before we do that, we're going to get to our Find Food Freedom win of the week. These are different wins that people write in, and we like to celebrate them. And so, this could be potentially someone we've never met before. Maybe they are a listener of the podcast. Maybe they follow us on social. But this one's actually coming from one of our clients. So I'm going to read her win of the week and then we're going to break it down a little bit. And it also just happens to relate to a what I eat in the day video. So I posted a what I eat in the day video. This was like over a week ago now. And this was a message we received from her in response to that. So she wrote, "This might sound silly, but as a fan and a big consumer of your content, it's really big to see you eat desserts. I know you're human too, but I think your followers still look up to you as someone who has it all together. The fact that you, who have it all together for the most part, ate foods classified as dessert 3 times a day shifted something in my brain. I learned from Julie, who's one of our registered dietitians on our team, and from you that it's okay to do things like that. And I absolutely allow myself and don't punish myself when I eat sweets. But I don't know, something about seeing you do it on social media took it to a whole nother level." Now, this kind of feedback. So, first of all, let me just explain. This was from one of our clients who's worked with Julie, one of our registered dietitians, for over a year now. She uses her health insurance benefits to meet with Julie completely covered by insurance. So she doesn't pay a dollar. If you have not already, I highly recommend getting your insurance benefits checked. You can do that by clicking the link in the show notes. You can go to Instagram, you can go to TikTok, anywhere you find the link. You can get your insurance benefits checked. We are licensed in 22 states. We have 14 providers that are registered dietitians, certified intuitive eating counselors, and specialize in everything from eating disorder, disordered eating, intuitive eating, body image, medical nutrition therapy related to PCOS, diabetes, heart health, GLP-1s and how those fit into the intuitive eating scene. You name it, they can help you. Nutrition is so nuanced and it's so individualized. So if you've been lurking on our social media and you want support, please check your insurance benefits. And also a reminder, if you do not have coverage for some reason, we will gift you 1 month of the Find Food Freedom membership completely free. So that means you get 3 live coaching calls with our team for free if you do not have coverage to meet with our team for free for one-on-one counseling. I cannot stress this enough. Like, I want to shout it from the rooftops, aka the podcast, is that I think people don't recognize how much free support we give out. And it was because I found myself on many podcasts, many, news segments, you name it. I was like, I want to help as many people as possible make peace with food in their body. Well, guess what? This shit can be expensive if it's private pay. And I say shit, it's not actually shit, it's actually amazing. But we used to be a private pay organization and we switched to taking health insurance because I talk the talk, but I wanted to walk the walk. And I want to help as many people as possible. So please check your insurance benefits. Okay, I'm going to get off that little soapbox that I just went down. But I want to bring it back to this Find Food Freedom win of the week. This got me thinking, like this little piece of feedback, this quick little message that was sent. I was so grateful for it. And I wanted to share it with you because it really got me thinking about what I eat in a day videos. I had been so skeptical to post these kind of videos for so long. And I want to talk about my thought process on why. Because recently I signed a new manager to the Find Food Freedom team. Now, what that means is you see me create content all the time, right? If you're on our Instagram, you're on our TikTok, we create content and we put it out, and that is completely free. Like, I don't get paid to create content. The only way that you can get paid from creating content, there's a couple different ways, but the main way that creators or influencers make money is through brand partnerships. Now, throughout the many years that I've been on social media, my inbox gets flooded with bullshit brands that want me to promote their product that have no idea what I do. They have no idea what our messaging is. And it's such bullshit. So many weight loss products, so many bullshit supplements, unregulated, blah, blah, blah. But, anyways, there are many companies out there that I love, I support, I use every day, that it would be a dream to work with them and to do a paid sponsorship with them because I'm already talking about them. I'm already using them. So why not integrate it into these videos? So, anyways, I have a manager that I brought onto the team. She's incredible, where she helps me manage these partnerships. And by doing that, it allows me to make more content for you because this is my full time job and I don't get paid to create content. So, the reason I'm telling you this is my manager, Maddie, is extremely creative. Her brain is just so cool. Like, I'm not a, I don't know, like I say I'm not a creative, but like I love creating content. But she's, if you like, I'm so in it with intuitive eating, right? I'm in it every day. I see it. I'm entrenched in it that I forget what it's like to not know what intuitive eating is or for someone to consume this content that is disordered because I feel so far away from that sometimes. So Maddie was like, why don't you do like what I eat in a day videos? I feel like people would really like to see that from you. And my first thought was like, why the fuck would I do that? Like, why would anybody want to see what I'm eating? And to you, you might be like, no shit, Sam. Like, of course we want to see what you're eating. All you do is talk about food. But I think it's because I'm so entrenched in it. Like, I'm so far in it all the time. All I do is talk about food and your relationship with food that it just doesn't dawn on me to like really show that. And I know you might be like, what the fuck? So I was like, okay. So that my first thought was like, why would anybody want to see this? But my second thought was like, I don't know and here's where I want to talk about like my progression of how over the years, how I've shifted of thinking about these videos. So these videos, I believe, started years ago from a very disordered place. I think people were showing these videos because they wanted to show you how perfect and aesthetic and, basically that they were inhaling a gust of wind for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And they wanted to show that off. And they were basically touting and like celebrating their disordered eating and wanted people to tell them how good they were being, right? If they posted these videos. That's what I was seeing on TikTok. And to me, I'm like, this is very problematic. This is celebrating disordered eating and eating disorder, and I want no part of it. And then there were a few creators over the years that started to show what they were eating in a day more from this perspective that I'm coming from of like, here's how I eat in a day, normalizing all foods, right? And that's where I did a video series years ago, and I kind of bring it up every now and then of like disordered or healthy, right? Like pick a subject, and no matter what subject it is, we can either say it's disordered or it's healthy. So if we take what I eat in a day videos, they can either be disordered if it's somebody showing how many calories they're eating, how to eat the least amount, how to be good, right? Like we could use all these diety terms, and there's people doing that, and that is disordered. Then there is what I'm doing, which I truly believe is health promoting. Now, I want to give like a million fucking disclaimers here. Okay, first let me talk about what I'm doing. I'm doing these what I eat in a day videos. I am a mom of two. I still have one of my toddlers. She just turned 1. She's home with us. She's not in any type of daycare yet. We don't have a nanny with her. So I'm with her pretty much all day. Now, homegirl takes a large, I almost just dropped the F bomb, a large nap every day. Okay. So because of that, she's napping right now, it allows me to get work done, right? Okay, but because I'm home with her, my brain, I'm already ADHD and I'm not good at recording videos. So when I do these what I eat in a day videos, I don't show like, here's before, here's after, here's how much I ate, here's what I left on the plate. Like, that's not the intention behind them. These are these videos for me are just showing you that I include all types of food throughout the day. Now, this last video, which was the video that our client wrote that nice comment that I just read as the win of the week, I thought nothing of it. Like when I'm doing this, I'm like, no one's going to find this helpful, but like whatever. So I posted it. And the amount of people that were like flabbergasted that I had a pastry, cupcakes, and ice cream all in the same day, like it did something in my brain to like catapult me back to my disordered years to remember that like, oh my gosh, people struggle to even eat one bowl of ice cream, one scoop of ice cream, let alone three desserts in one day. And so I just want to acknowledge that like I guess I was just like too close up to my content that I didn't realize how helpful this would be. And we've gotten so much positive feedback. Now, back to my disclaimers. That's what I wanted to get to. My brain's all over the place. Some people still might find this triggering in the sense of like if they're really honing into how much I'm eating or, you know, in the video, I don't really like to show back to like portions. It's more so just like me eating the food because like I don't want people to get caught up on portion size and all of that. And that's going to change for me daily. And there's definitely days that I'm doing these that like I'm taking bites of shit while I'm getting my kids' food ready. And like, I don't take a video of it. I don't have time to get my phone out. And so it's like, these are as realistic as I can make them. But to be honest, they're probably not showcasing everything I'm eating because it's annoying to get your fucking phone out all the time. I really am not used to that yet. So I also really want to very strongly state this that I acknowledge my thin privilege while making these videos. So when we think about privilege, right, it is a advantage or an immunity that is granted to a group or a person. So what I mean when I say thin privilege is I can post the what I eat in a day video that I did last week and post myself eating desserts and all of the things, and people are going to praise me. And like I got on that video, people are like, oh my gosh, like I love this. This is so great. Like you're doing so good. Okay. My colleagues that reside in larger bodies or fat bodies could post the exact same type of video and they would get so many haters, so many trolls, so many people being like, you're so unhealthy, and so much worse. They would get so much discrimination against them. So although I enjoy showing these videos, it's like it pisses me off because like I'll get celebrated, meanwhile like my colleagues won't. So I guess all I can do in that is like continue to acknowledge that and to challenge you that if you watched my video, like imagine that I did reside in a larger body, how would that make you feel if I was eating those foods? Because that's the hard thing for me as a practitioner is I never want people to think like if you eat like me, you're going to look like me. No, you're not. I look the way I do because of genetics. And same goes for everyone. So like no matter if we all ate the same thing every day and moved our bodies the same way every day, we would not all look the same. That's not how this works. And so you can think of it like dog breeds, right? If a French bulldog and a golden retriever eat the exact same meal every single day, all their meals, they get the same amount of exercise, those dogs are not going to look like each other. They have a different stature, they have a different build. There is diversity in dog breeds, there is diversity in humans. Okay. So I want to very much so acknowledge that. Now, I also want to read some of the comments from the most recent one. And actually, it's funny. I have right now, it just went live as I'm recording this podcast with you. I just put one up that shows me, it's like a weekend day, and it shows me eating out at 3 different restaurants in one day. It was like a barbecue place, a date night at a nice restaurant, and then my husband and I went to a comedy show. So then it was like late night McDonald's drive-through on the way home. So I'm interested to see how that one goes. And again, I do acknowledge my privilege in that one because one of my colleagues could put that up and they're going to get completely torn apart. But because I'm thin and in a straight size body, people are like, "Oh, that's so cool. Good for you." So again, just think about that. If you're like, "Oh, I've never thought about it like that." I just want to bring awareness to that. Okay. So I'm not going to go to that one though because it just posted. So I want to go to the most recent one and I want to read two comments that really stuck out to me here. I guess three. One short one was someone wrote, "This actually seems like a real what I eat in the day." And I commented like, "LOL, glad you think that because it is." Like, and again, this goes back to like that really solidifies what I've thought about them is people kind of look at them and are like, this is so unrealistic. And that's why I hope that showcasing mine help people because also I fucking hate cooking. My husband is the cook in our house. He's an Italian guy. He loves to cook. I hate it. I help you with your relationship with food and body. I ain't a chef. So my shit doesn't look aesthetically pleasing. I'm eating leftovers from restaurants half the time. And I think that can be very beneficial to people if they are the same as me. Okay, I want to read two other comments here and talk about it. So someone wrote, "Is it bad that this video nearly made me cry? I think it made me realize that even though I tell myself I'm not restricting, there is no way I'd eat two cupcakes and ice cream and a pastry on the same day. I beat myself up if I have more than one sweet treat a day, and I've gone back to adding up rough calories for the day to air quotes check if I'm overeating. I'm not sure I'll ever be this free as this person in the video, me, with my eating, and it makes me sad." First of all, I want to thank that person so much for commenting that and for being so vulnerable and so open. And again, getting this feedback from our community has made me realize like this can be so impactful for people to see me eating this way because to me it's so normal. Like I do not have guilt and shame with any foods. I eat what's convenient. I eat what sounds good. I eat what I have access to. Like there's so many things that go into my food choices, but guilt and shame is not one of them. And this comment was just so helpful and it makes me be like, okay, these are really helping people. And it reminds me of exposure therapy. If any of you have recovered from eating disorder, exposure therapy is when you are with a provider and you are eating a fear food with them or a meal, right? Like an exposure, like going out to eat. And I feel like this in a way is exposure therapy of like, maybe you're not with me at the table. We're not in real life together, but you can watch this video of me eating something and it can help you do the same. Okay. Now I want to read the next comment too, because these just, I can't say thank you enough because I think these are really, really helpful. And I'm going to link the video that I'm talking about in the show notes, just in case you haven't seen it. And then you don't have to like dig back into our Instagram. You can just click it so you can see what people are talking about. "I had ice cream after dinner yesterday and really struggled with guilt. Watching this, I can't wrap my head, or excuse me, I can't wrap my mind around that not being too much food for the day. I really have some work to do in my mindset. My sister literally packs a lunch when she comes to visit because she knows that I won't eat for hours and she'll be starving. It's such a wake up call that I need to find food freedom." Again, thank you to this person for commenting that. That is so brave and courageous and is going to help so many people. And I think it's like I never, how do I say this? I don't want people to compare their eating to mine and feel like they're not good enough. That's not what this is about. And that's why I think normalizing all foods is really important. I hope it can be used as a marker of, wow, I wish I was that free. I can't imagine if I could eat a variety of foods like this, how that would impact my life and make me have more energy, make me feel fulfilled, make me feel enjoyment and happiness, and how much more I could do with my life if I was nourished. Like that is the intention. And so I would be so grateful if you've listened to this podcast today, or if you watch the video. And again, I'm going to link it in the show notes. Like, I would be so grateful if you rate, review, and subscribe the podcast, but also leave your thoughts on the What I Eat in a Day videos. You could leave it as the review for this podcast and kind of let us know, like, what do you want to see more of? Is this something that is helpful for you? Because the more feedback I get from you, the more that I can personalize all of our content for you. But right now, I think, the general feedback, and I'm only reading comments that have been, made to the public. Like, you can find these on our Instagram. I've been getting hundreds of DMs of people really finding this helpful. And it baffles me because I don't know how I didn't see that as something that was going to be helpful. And I think it's when I'm so up close to everything, it's hard to pull back and kind of see my content as a viewer, if that makes any sense. I don't know if I'm making any sense. But so also please send me a DM, like connect with us on Instagram at find.food.freedom. Get your benefits checked if you're like, I watched the What I Eat in a Day video and I'm realizing I have so much fear around food. I have so many obsessive thoughts about food in my body. Like, that is what our team is here for. If you have insurance benefits, you will get one-on-one virtual nutrition support from our team, who is also highly trained in body image and intuitive eating. And or if you do not have benefits, you can get a free month of our membership, get access to 3 live calls with our registered dietitian, supervisor, and certified intuitive eating counselor, Julie, who heads up our membership. So I thank you for being here. Today's episode was really like a brain dump for me. Like, it was more like all of these thoughts that have been swirling in my head since I've started doing these What I Eat in a Day videos. Um, it's just so interesting how our content has consistently shifted over the years of how I show up, but also, I want to give people what is going to be helpful, but it also has to be true to me. And I think that's what held me back for so long from these videos, is I never wanted someone to feel like they were triggering, but then it always comes back to intention. And I say that to my clients all the time. So I had to work through that myself, of like, my intention of these videos is XYZ. And if someone doesn't like them or doesn't want to engage with them, they don't have to. And the same thing goes for food choices, right? Like, if your intention behind eating a salad one day is because it's crispy and it's crunchy and it sounds delicious and fresh and it's what you're craving, that's incredible. Eat the salad. But if your intention behind eating a salad one day is like, this is the only thing I'm allowed to have, I'm not allowed to have anything else, I'm so disgusting, this is the only thing that, is good for me, those are very different intentions. The action is the same, right? Eating the salad is the same, but the intention behind that choice is so different. And that's where I really had to check myself with these videos of like, the What I Eat in a Day videos, although they're a type of content that we could all put out there, what are you putting out there, and what is the intention behind it? So thank you for coming to my brain dump today. I'm so grateful that you're here. I really, really love podcasting with you and this long form content, and getting to feel like I get to sit across from you in a chair, all cozied up in my office. So thanks for being here. Can't wait to chat with you next week. I hope you are having a fabulous start to your summer, and we'll chat again soon.